Hey guys, so we're here at one of our local climbing facilities. It's a room built into a gym area that we know of where we can climb. You can see some of the rock wall behind me. So here we have the ability to climb. We have everything from a wolf with us today. There's a Webelos and a tenderfoot scout here who are working on their climbing skills on the weekend just to get some practice in for the next time they do go climbing with the troop or their pack. So climbing is actually completely safe for scouts of all ages. And so here we're going to introduce you to a couple pieces of equipment, and we're going to show you some different ways that we use here. And then we're going to talk about falling off the walls if you do fall on our free climbing walls, as you see the scout behind me climbing up. And then we're also going to talk about the auto belay. So the auto belay, guys, is here around, is you'll see these two big wheels up here. And what these wheels are is they're like a giant seat belt. So as you climb up, the cord or the line there kind of retracts back up into the wheel, and then when you let go and you come down off the wall, it slows you down as you come down so that you don't hit the floor fast from these heights. So that's our auto belay. Now there is another type of belay that you if you see these different hooks that are mounted into the wall, right? And so you would put a rope in at the top, all right? You would have one person on belay down below holding on the rope as the anchor, and the other person would be the climber. And so as you would go to climb, you would say, hey, climber on belay on line would be the response, and then climbing, so that the belay person knows, hey, I need to hold on to the line and pay attention, give them slack or pull slack out of the rope as they climb up the walls. Second here. All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about equipment, okay? So equipment to go along with our auto belay system is our harness, all right? So for our kids, we have two different harnesses here. We have our harness for kids, all right, which has straps to run over both shoulders and then around both legs, all right, as well as it has a chest piece that goes around his chest, and then this black hook is where the line will hook in. Turn around, bud. Turn around. All right. There we go. And you can see that it crisscrosses across his back, all right? And we got to retighten this belt up here in a second, and then it has the straps. And all these black straps do is keep his leg pieces attached to the back of his harness, all right? So for our actual securing line, right, that works with our auto belay system, you can see we have this D-ring here. And so this has an auto locking D-ring, all right? And we have to turn and twist to open this D-ring up, all right? So that you can see this D-ring just doesn't open on its own while they climb, all right? Like I said, these auto belay systems go up automatically. So if he's not strapped in, this belay line will actually go all the way to the top, and then we've got to have the employees come in and get it back down for us as per their safety policy, all right? Lastly, we're gonna talk about my harness here as an adult. All right, guys, so real quick, the adult harnesses you'll see just have a pair of straps that go under the back of the legs, okay? Kind of like big underwear, right? And so we have two tightening straps right here across our thighs that we'll tighten, and then one strap across our waist, right? And it just goes on like a pair of shorts. We're just gonna put it on, tighten it up, and then hook up in the same spot. We have this yellow loop instead, and then we're gonna get ready to rock and roll. So we talked about our other walls over here, right? This is our wall with our auto belays. You can see here, it goes about maybe 20 or so feet up in the air with different levels of difficulty based on the rock colors. And so we have our tenderfoot scout and our Webelos scout who are both working on this here. They've been working intently on making it up this wall today. So they at some point will get to these harder parts, and then, if they can't make it up or they're too tired or whatnot, they will let go. So we'll see if one of our scouts can, hey, Kaz, can you demonstrate how the belay works for me, please? So you can see he just pushes away from the wall, and he lands back on his feet. No harm, no. Now, as we start to look over here at our other walls, right, these are free climbing walls. These walls don't require harnesses or belays because they don't go high enough. So you can see this wall right behind me is one of the familiarization walls. It's a pillar in the middle of the room, and it actually works really well because some of the routes are really easy. Some of them are a little more difficult, but it's for you to get used to the different things. So we'll see here, we'll look real quick. These are our different handholds. You have some that are textured and kind of have different molding on them. right? Some that have holes built into the middle for your fingers to hold on to. And then you can see that others are, let's see if we can find one. Oh, here, others are just small pieces of rock. Now these are all bolted into these walls. You can see there's all those holes there, right, where we could put more rock pieces in. But for right now, that's what's there. They can change these up at any time. Now, our local facility has a map to show us the different routes that we can use. And these routes explain if they're easy, medium, or hard on difficulty. And they're not necessarily based on color, but the color more helps dictate, hey, this route goes this way, this route goes that way, for ease of your movement, right? All right, guys, so here's our Wolf Scout. So you can see it's easy. He's 7, about to be 8. But you can see how easily he can get up and down some of these rocks, right? Some of these rock pieces are very simple to get up and down. So like I said, some wider paths, some not so wide paths, but maybe with smaller rocks combined, right? So one of the big concerns I know is going to be falling. Well, what if I fall? Well, here real quick, we're going to talk about what's called a break fall, and we're going to show you guys how to fall from a standing position, and then we'll show you from the wall. So So for our break fall, guys, it's real easy. You're just gonna stand here, okay? And you're gonna fall to your butt, right? And you're gonna put your arms out. So you're just gonna fall and just let your feet come up, okay? And that's a break fall. And what that's doing is that as your butt hits the ground and your arms slap down to the floor and your feet come up, that helps stop the movement of your body as you come down. All right, guys, so our break fall. All right, we're gonna be in a standing position to start here just on the floor, all right? You're gonna go to your butt and slap your arms out, okay? So what that does is as your rear end hits the ground and your hands hit the mat, all right? That stops our motion from the upward position coming back down, all right? And that's gonna stop and kind of spread out the impact of our body on the ground. Now here in a second, we'll climb up a portion of this wall and we'll demonstrate to you guys how it looks coming off the wall so you guys get a good idea, all right? So give me just, did you hit it?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so you can see here, right, I'm on my rock wall. You know, I got my feet, my hands, and my holds, and I'm tired or I've lost my balance, I'm ready to come down. I don't want to climb down, I'm going to fall to my butt and throw my hands out. All right, again, fall to your butt, throw your hands out, and that's how we're going to break our fall. Fall to our hands out. All right, guys, pause it. All right, guys, as always, you have those scouts who do what they want to do, right? And so we're going to talk about some things not to do. So you can see our Webelow scout here, Savage, is going to show you a couple things not to do, all right? So he's going to climb up the wall. All right, and he's ready to get down, and he's just going to jump down and land on his feet. And we don't want to do that because the impact on your feet can hurt you. You could roll an ankle or twist your knee, all right? Is there anything else, Savage?
Don't jump while you're climbing.
That's right, we don't want to jump while we're climbing. And other things we don't want to do is we don't want to climb under other people that are climbing. We don't want to try and climb across people's paths that are climbing. And just general safety and awareness. Know where your other climbers are. Know where your battle buddies are, guys. And we'll climb our way through. So lastly, all right, guys, so this is Cub Master Ben. Make sure you have harnesses. Make sure you have belays. If you're climbing high distances with rope or an auto belay like we have, make sure you have your harnesses in place. And yeah, we're gonna let you guys go, all right? So for now, we're gonna finish up climbing, guys, and we'll talk to you later. It's Cub Master Ben. I'm out.